Your body is full of wisdom. Are you listening? Thank you for joining Healthy Living with Ms Renee the Barber. Before we begin, let's go over the housekeeping rules. Please subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, share with coworkers, friends, and family, and comment. And don't forget to hit that like button. All right, now, do you have your water? Alrighty then, let's take a squig together. All right, so today we're going to be talking about intermittent fasting. I want to tell you my story. I had wanted to talk to you about intermittent fasting, but today I felt led to because of an experience that I had today based on the tea that I made yesterday. Now, you remember I made the ginger lemon green tea. And after I made it, it's a weight loss. That's my weight loss tea that I do drink here at home. So yesterday when I made the tea, at the end it was still so hot that I didn't want to drink it. So I put it in the refrigerator with the notion that I would drink it the next day while I was at school. I think I mentioned that in the video. And if you haven't had a chance to see the video, then I'm just going to encourage you to take the time to look at the past video. I believe when I posted the video, I named that video ginger lemon green tea. But after what happened to me today, when I came home, I changed the name to #1 most effective weight loss tea ever. Okay, I'm telling you, you know what, I'm sold on that tea. And so I'm led to do this video tonight. So what happened was, it was like I mentioned, it was too hot. It was too hot. Now, if you want, let me just mention, if you want the recipe, then just go back to that that video. I'm gonna try to put the link in the description box. But you know, I'm still new to videos. I'm not sure. I'm still new to editing, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that, but we'll try. I'll try. If not, if you don't see it in the description box, just go back. I changed the name, as I mentioned to you. Okay, the #1 most effective weight loss tea ever. All right, so what happened was last night I put it in the refrigerator because it was too hot to drink at that time. And so this morning I grabbed it, and I didn't grab anything else. I just grabbed, well, actually, I grabbed that, and then I thought, let me just take some grapes to work. That's all I was going to eat for lunch. Okay, drink my tea, eat my grapes for lunch. That's it. Until I returned home. So I was drinking my tea as planned on the way to work. So when I got to work, I started with the daily activities, whatever we do through the day. And then I wasn't feeling jittery, no heart palpitations, or I know that I was maneuvering through the hallways. And that's about it, you know. That tea was very smooth. So I had lunch. And when I went to lunch, this particular week, we're having a bake sale as a fundraiser. And I wanted to support the cause, so I went to the bake sale. Now, I've told you in videos in the past that sugar and sweets, hey, those are my weakness. I went to the bake sale. It didn't even bother me. I was looking at all the sweets, the cakes, the Rice Krispie treats. I can't tell you all the things that they had, you know, in the bake. So I bought the entire class these Rice Krispie treats. Now, Rice Krispie treats, I mean, they are my favorite. They're my downfall. You know, if I made a pan of Rice Krispie treats, I probably could, in the past, eat those probably within a day or two. That's how much I like Rice Krispie treats. Okay, these particular Rice Krispie treats that I purchased today, I purchased half that had been dipped in dark chocolate with sprinkles on them. They were on a popsicle stick wrapped in cellophane paper. The other half were dipped in white chocolate with sprinkles on them, also on a popsicle stick and wrapped in cellophane paper. I took them back to the class. The class immediately ate those sweets, the Rice Krispie treats. The whole time I'm asking questions. Are they good? Everybody's, oh yeah, they're good. Are they moist? They're really good. Never had a desire to even taste one. Alrighty? So now, approaching 3 o'clock, I'm getting ready to get off work. Mind you, the only thing I've had that I had intake was the ginger lemon green tea that I had at 7:30 this morning. Alright? So, I got off work and I had to do some errands. I mean, I did a slew of errands, more than normal, I'm going to just say. And I arrived home at 6 p.m. And I looked at the clock and I was like, my plan was then, even though I wasn't really hungry, but I was saying, okay, Renee, you go ahead and eat, go ahead and eat. But then I was going to make some vegetables. But then when I looked at the clock, I was like, oh no, I better, the days are getting shorter, so I better get out on the trail before it gets too dark. I mean, so still, I haven't eaten, okay? And I got on the trail and I walked my 4 miles, which takes me about an hour. And I come back in and I fix my vegetables. But while I was on the track, I was thinking, man, I haven't eaten. I think it was the tea. I think it was the method, how I switched the method of making the tea. Because remember, I had mentioned in the video, do not put the lemon and the ginger in the hot water while it's boiling with the tea bag in there. I had said I used to do that, but now I switched it to puree the ginger and the lemon and in my magic bullet. And then you can squeeze, after it's pureed, you sift the pulp out, right? Or you can leave the pulp in. If you want to drink the pulp, that's fine. Or I sifted it, so that only the liquid would be strained through, right? And then I put the liquid in the tea and let it steep. Now, it was too hot, so that's why I put it in the refrigerator. I didn't really get a chance to drink it last night. So while I was walking, I was thinking about that. How I drank the tea, and I'm not even hungry. And I don't feel faint, and I'm still full of energy. I don't have a desire to really eat. I don't have any hunger pains. Was it really the tea? Okay. So I thought, when I get home, I'm going to make my dinner, which were vegetables, and I'm going to make a big pot of tea that will last me the week. And also, while I was walking, I said, okay, you know what? If I'm going to drink that tea, then I'm going to do intermittent fasting this week. And that's what I'm going to do. And I was led to do this just simply by the tea. In fact, I'm going to show you the big tea thing that I made. Okay, hold on. Let me go get it. Okay, this is the tea. Oh, don't mind the picture. Okay, the handle broke and it was one of my favorite pictures, so I kept it. All right, this is it. This is the tea. This is the tea. Sometimes I have to pause for a moment so that I can get a thumbnail. Maybe do this side. This is the tea. And I hope my thumbnail comes out. So this is the tea that I made. So this should be enough for, still got to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. So that should be enough to last me. There's about 4 cups in there. So I drink one on the way, the ride in to my job. And I think I should be good till I get off. Now, normally I got to cut hair in the evening. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to come home, make my vegetables, and then I'll do whatever I have to do in the evening. Okay. So I'm a believer in intermittent fasting because I was successful on that a couple years ago. Actually, when I was doing videos in the barbershop, and you can see, because when I first started doing the videos, the first couple videos, my face was very round. And then as you see, as time progressed, out of the 7 months, my face, you can see the weight that had dropped off my face. And I was not doing intermittent fasting on purpose. It was just my schedule, which wouldn't allow me to eat past like lunchtime. Because what would happen, once I got off, I would eat at school. I think my lunch was at noon, 12 o'clock. And that would be the last time I would eat for the day. Because once I got off at 3, I would hurry as fast as I can to get over to the barbershop. Because the sooner I could get to the barbershop, the sooner I could start making money, right? So I didn't want to delay that process. And while I'm cutting hair, I just don't eat. And I had made a promise to myself that once I left the barbershop in the evening, I wasn't going to eat, because then it was too late. It would be about 9:30, and I wasn't going to go home with a full stomach and lay down and go to bed and get up and start again the next day. I wasn't going to do it. But I tell you this, I wasn't eating healthy at that time either. I mean, I would get up in the morning. I would get up at 5. I'd leave the house about 6. I'd head over to the store, get me 2 donuts and a cup of coffee, eat that on the way to work, and then eat some more throughout the work period. People dropping food. Oh, here, try this. I made that. Whatever. Okay, whatever. And then I'd have my lunch, which was, sometimes it was a salad, and sometimes it was whatever the cafeteria was preparing that day. And I still lost weight because that was my last meal of the day. So that was my intermittent fasting. So I was on a schedule of basically, like I started my first meal at 6 and my last meal, let's just say it was at 1 o'clock. So what is that? That's 7 hours. So I was eating for 7 hours. And that means that what I was fasting for, I hate to do this math. So I would fast for 17 hours and I would eat for 7 hours, okay? And I lost weight, and I wasn't even eating healthy, okay? I never felt sluggish. I don't remember getting sick, or I was fine. What I'm trying to say is I was fine. So and I think I lost about 40 pounds. So I'm a true believer in intermittent fasting. Okay, so let's talk about intermittent fasting. For those, you may be familiar with it. It's growing in popularity. People have been doing it for centuries. Okay, people do it for various reasons. I mean, they could be doing it for religious reasons, could be doing it for weight loss reasons. Here are the benefits of intermittent fasting. One thing, it gives structure. With intermittent fasting, the focus actually is on not the food. It's not on the food. Intermittent fasting, the focus is on the time. And we're talking about a 24-hour cycle. And most people do the 16-8, where they fast for 16 hours and then they eat for 8 hours. And that 16 hours includes the time that you're actually sleeping. And if you think about it, all diets, no matter whether it's raw food diet, Jenny Craig, ketos, whatever, it's a structured plan, just like intermittent fasting. Let's move on to improving the digestive system. Intermittent fasting helps the digestive system in the sense that it gives the system time to process the food. It's not like you're constantly eating and your system is constantly processing the food. And so it allows your body to process and digest the food, as opposed to going through food throughout the day. And 3, it avoids storing the fat. When we overeat, the body wants to store the fat. And the more that you eat, that is the thing that you want to avoid. And so when the body starts storing that fat, you start feeling sluggish. And that is the benefit of intermittent fasting, because you don't get that sluggish feeling. Now, the first meal of the day in your fast, you should plan that out, your schedule. You like I did say that most people do the 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating, and they eat whatever they want to eat. They're not focused on the food, the time. And so you have to determine what schedule best fits your lifestyle. As I mentioned, for me, when I was working in a barbershop, I still, let me just mention, I do cut hair, but I'm under contract. Okay, that's how I cut, under contract. Okay, so I don't go into a traditional barbershop. I go into a barbershop, but it's not a traditional barbershop. It's under contract, and I only cut specific those people under the contract. Let me just say that. Okay, and I have several contracts. Okay, let me just say that, and I like it that way. I like it that way. All righty then, because I'm not just sitting in the barbershop waiting for people to come in. When I go to my contract, bam, I start cutting, and I cut until it's time for me to leave. Okay, so that's off the subject. Okay, but I just want to make that clear. But I don't even know why I said that, but everybody has a different schedule. That's what I was trying to say. Everybody has a different schedule. And so when I was in the barbershop, my schedule was a little different. So I adjusted unknowingly that I was intermittent fasting, but I adjusted it according to my schedule at that time. Okay. And most people will do 2 meals. That means that, like, if you're doing the 16-8, that means that your first meal may be at 1 p.m. and you'll eat until 8 p.m. and no later. Okay, I don't care if it's a special holiday or whatever, you stop at 8 p.m. So at 1 p.m., that's your first meal of the day. And you have to be mindful of what you're eating that first meal of the day, because you've been fasting for 16 hours. So you don't want to jump in and eat something that is too heavy for your digestive system. So you want to start out kind of light, okay? And you can eat whatever you want to eat after that. You know, after you break your fast, you can eat whatever you want to eat after that. If you want to eat pizza or whatever, you can do that. But just make sure that at 8 p.m., that's it. That's the structure. And in order to get the maximum result of intermittent fasting, you have to be consistent. You can't just randomly say, I'm going to intermittent fast today, but tomorrow you're eating something, and then 2 weeks later you're going to intermittent fast again. That's not how it works. It's a structure. It's a pattern that you do. Okay. So for me, I'm starting my intermittent fasting. As far as I'm concerned, I started today. Today is Monday. So that means that I'm going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to do intermittent fasting all week with my weight loss tea in the morning. And then after I am school is dismissed, then that'll be my time that I can eat. I'm not going to eat past 8 p.m. I am going to eat raw foods and vegetables. I'm not going to eat just any willy-nilly. I'm not just going to eat like that. But I'm still going to eat my raw foods, my vegetables, my fruit. And I'm going to do that until Friday. So I'll do that this week, Monday through Friday. Now, Saturday and Sunday, I won't do intermittent fasting. Now, if I'm successful this week, and I'm going to let you know, come Friday, I'll let you know, was I actually successful? Then, if I was, then I'll start it again on the following Monday and go do it again, Monday through Friday. I mean, with this weight loss tea, I'm convinced. I'm convinced. When I changed that name, I wholeheartedly believe that this tea really reduces your appetite. Okay, and it's very smooth. It's not harsh on your body. Now, I just want to caution you that before you start like intermittent fasting or whatever diet plan you plan to use or implement, consult your doctor first. Okay. All right. So let's close out. Did you subscribe? Oh, if you do in your heart, if you feel so in your heart, I appreciate it. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified of future videos. Share, as I mentioned, with your coworkers, community service organizations, your church members, family, and friends. Also, I keep wanting to grab my water bottle. Let me go ahead and grab that. Okay, share, comment. Okay, and I appreciate all the comments. They've been so inspiring, and your encouraging words. I just want to say thank you. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. All right, so you got your water? All right, then. Here's to healthy living.